Imagine a world where taking a trip to the bathroom is a chance to hang out with neighbors, chat about the weather, and even catch up on the latest gossip. Welcome to ancient Rome, where public toilets weren't just for doing your business, they were the social media of their time. Picture this: stone benches with holes cut out, one right after the other. Yup, no walls for privacy, just you and a bunch of strangers in one big room. But don't worry, in ancient Rome, this was as normal as sharing a meme about cat videos is today. Let's dive into a day in the life of a Roman using a public toilet. You're strolling down the marble roads and suddenly you feel that familiar urge. But wait, it's not a problem because you spot a beautiful building called a latrina. This is your stop. As you step in, you'll notice quite the buzz, both literally and figuratively. These toilets were places full of lively chatter, laughter, and the occasional friendly debate. It's like everyone decided to have a big meeting here. Forget texting or calling. Back then, this was how Romans caught up on the latest news in town. But here's the fun part. It was also a spot for fashion advice. Ladies could discuss the latest Roman style, while men might debate the best chariot races. Need a recommendation for the best olive oil? Ask your neighbor while, well, doing your thing. Now, onto the interesting technology of Roman toilets. Ever heard of running water? Romans sure did. These public toilets had a clever system for continuously flushing waste away. Water flowed underneath the benches, which helped keep the room somewhat clean, and the smell, well, less smelly. Wondering how Romans handled toilet paper? Here's where it gets a bit unusual by our standards. Enter the sponge on a stick, or tussorium. This tool was kept in a bucket of salty water, and yes, it was shared. Can you imagine asking your friend to pass the sponge? But let's not ignore the graffiti. Ancient Romans loved to express themselves on bathroom walls. Talk about art while you're at it. They wrote jokes, poetry, and sometimes even insults. Who would have thought that bathroom graffiti has such a long history? Public toilets were also quite democratic. Rich or poor, everyone used the same facilities. Imagine being a merchant sitting next to a senator, discussing the price of grain. Public restrooms were a great equalizer. They were the original water coolers, where business deals and alliances were made. All right, as all good things come to an end, so does our trip to the ancient Roman restroom. But before you leave, here's one last fun fact. Romans believed in the goddess Cloacina, the goddess of the sewer system. They even had little statues in some of the toilets, just to make sure everything was flowing smoothly. So, the next time you visit a restroom with all its fancy modern amenities, take a moment to appreciate how far we've come since the days of sponge sticks and open conversations. Ancient Romans made stepping into the loo a grand experience, and for that, they surely deserve a round of applause. In the end, whether it's ancient Rome or modern times, toilets have always been essential. And who knows, maybe the next great idea or friendship will spark up in the most unexpected place, just like it did for the Romans.